In today's video, I'm going to be the one that tells you about the law that nobody wants to talk about. No, this is not a clickbait video to just allure you to buy some of my products because I'm the best coach ever. This is to set you free so you finally understand the laws of this universe, and especially you understand how to play the game of life and win the game of life. So, if you have been struggling with manifestation and you don't understand what you're doing wrong, and especially you're getting opposite manifestation, which sounds like a common theme nowadays, and you go to other coaches or other people and they simply don't know how to answer you, or the only answer that they give you is like, this is the purge, or other coaches will tell you the purge doesn't exist, and you still are so puzzled and confused. But then why am I the only one that is not able to work this law of assumption? Why am I the only one that doesn't get what she or they want? Like, is the law even a thing at this point? Let me be your best friend right now and tell you the truth. And this law that nobody wants to talk about because it's not a good selling point. All right, you guys, so buckle up because today I'm about to blow your mind. Hello, everybody. My name is Nega, and on this channel, I talk everything about manifestation, esotericism, and so much more. You know, for extra videos, you can go on my Patreon. I also do spiritual guidance and reading. Everything that you want from me is down below. And so, yeah, I'm not trying to sell you anything. The only thing that I want to mention is that if you want an app that helps you out with your mental state, to keep the mental diet, I use honestly this app just to bring me in a good mood every day, or to meditate as well, or to do hypnosis and affirmation. The app is called Aura, and I manifested for you guys an affiliate link where you can get a free trial and a 40% discount if you want to go premium. Yes, you can use YouTube, but this is like Spotify. You just go there, you don't have any ads, and everything spiritual related, it's up there. I love it. Anyway, the link is down below. But now, seriously, let's get started with today's video. So, you guys, this is what you need to understand, and I cannot stress this enough. The majority of people do not want to talk about this law because either they don't know about it, so they're ignorant, but not as an insult. They just don't know that this law exists. And some others, I think they don't want to overcomplicate manifestation, and they make it very easy in the videos. But then sometimes we just have to take a little bit of a step forward. I mean, some YouTubers talk about this law, but it's not many, to be honest. It's like I found one that mentioned it, maybe two people. And so they don't want to overcomplicate the law for you guys, but then at some point we have to take that step forward and understand better how this matrix and simulation is constructed, because otherwise we're gonna get stuck at some point in our manifestation process. And being aware of how the matrix works, it's not because I want to overcomplicate the law for you, but because I think that knowledge and wisdom sets you free. So you understand what you're doing, and you know the rules of the game. And then I'm going to give you an example of like video games and how this simulation plays out, so you understand through examples a little bit better. But essentially, what you guys need to understand is that everything flows out and in, and I'm mentioning the Kabbalion over here, or the 7 Hermetic Principles. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. Have you noticed this in life? Things rise and fall. Challenges and happy times, back and forth, extremes, conservatives and Democrats, black or white, the yin and the yang, the dragon and the tiger. These are all parts of the same game, of the same rule. Now, talking more on futuristic scientific points of view, what you guys need to understand is that most likely, even scientifically speaking, this reality that we're living is a simulation. So with that being said, the law of assumption, as above, so below, as within, so without, everything that you assume becomes true. Everything that you believe in projects into reality, because reality is observant dependent. So whatever I observe vividly in my mind has to collapse into reality. It is true. And so with that being said, obviously, whatever you believe in works. And I will never deny this because this is the truth. But this is only one law that it's one of the most important laws within this particular universe and this particular simulation and construct, but it's not the only law. I made another video about the 7 laws, but today I want to focus on one of the most important law, which is the law and the principle of balance, which I talked about it before, but I want to break it down better for you guys. So think about a video game, like I said. Or if you have ever played, I'm sure that some of you have played Pac-Man at the very least. Some of you are aware of video games and how they work, right? Or even the YouTube algorithm or YouTube in and of itself, or any softwares for what matters. So if you go into YouTube or if you go into a video game, yes, you are free to upload whatever it is that you want, according to the community guidelines, but you are pretty free. Let's say that you're playing a video game and you have a character with an open space, an open world. You can go anywhere you want in this open world. You can forge your weapon, perhaps. You can have anything that it's available in this world. That's the same with manifestation. So you are here on earth, and whatever it is that you desire, you can get, because you cannot manifest something that it's not already being created. Creation is already finished. So yes, you can have everything that you want. Everything is available, just like a video game. But a video game, even though you might as a player not immediately be aware of this, but in the video game, the video game, or even YouTube in and of itself, is constructed by a series of algorithms, a series of principles that make the video game what it is. So even though for the character, you can go in this open world anywhere you want, but you still have to play within the rules and the construct of that specific algorithm. So even if I can upload whatever video that I want, I still have to respect these algorithms, okay? Because that's how the game is being constructed. It's the same with the universal laws. So yes, you can have everything that you want and whatever you believe goes. However, you cannot go beyond, or you cannot surpass these principles and these laws of the universe. So for example, you can, even if you don't believe in the law of assumption, the law is going to work no matter what. Because if you don't believe in it, you're going to manifest a world where the law doesn't work, and you're going to find evidence in your world that the law doesn't work, because the law is always working, whether you like it or not. You are always manifesting, whether you like it or not. That's the same for this other law that nobody wants to talk about. Whether you want to believe that this law of balance exists or not, it's working nevertheless. And it's going to show you that it's working nevertheless, whether you like it or not. So yes, everything that you say goes, but this is the rules of the game. This is one of the rule, and you cannot erase it. Now I'm gonna give you the example, so let's talk about the law that is one of the most important. I have my notes, so that's why I'm looking down. So I don't know if you can see them. If you don't believe me, these are all my notes for today's video. So this is the pendulum swing principles. We can find this principle of the pendulum in the 7 Hermetic principles. Now, guys, if you want to know more about the 7 Hermetic principles, and the Kabbalion is a version of the 7 Hermetic principles, like I said, I will put a video over here. I want this video to be a little bit quicker, so you can go ahead and watch my video to know more about it, or ask AI, for example, to give you a summary of what are the 7 Hermetic principles, or go in Wikipedia. You can make your own research after you watch this video. So understanding the pendulum principle is manifesting through balance. When you're manifesting through balance, and I'm not putting limiting beliefs on you, actually, I want to set you free. So please keep on watching. When you manifest by understanding this law and you manifest through balance, you are setting yourself up to have the codes of this matrix. So let's give back the example of the video game. In a video game, I don't know if you have ever played, but you can have codes and passcodes that make you skip certain chapters or make you win faster and go to your ending goal. That's the same thing. So for example, if you have these passcodes in a video game that trigger the algorithm differently, instead of going through the challenges and the chapters that the character will usually have to go through if he didn't have the passcodes, it would jump immediately to the end, or you would activate and unlock certain things within the open open world in the game. That's the same thing. If you understand the law of balance, you're going to make it much easier for you to manifest and go to your manifestation faster. If you don't do it, you can still have it, but I think you're going to make it a lot more complicated for you, and you're going to learn, just like in a video game, through trial and error. So for example, you have to fight the boss, so you have to go through certain loops and challenges. Maybe eventually you got to the ending goal, but you got to the ending goal with a little bit more struggle because you didn't have the passkeys. And that's how you break the code of the matrix, is by being aware of all of these principles and rules, and overcome them because you are aware of them. You play by the rules and you just know how to navigate them, right? So why you always wonder, despite your effort to manifest, despite the affirmations, why sometimes your manifestation backfire or bring you the opposite results? Why? Neya, I'm doing all the affirmations. I'm doing everything that I need to do. Why is it then that I keep getting opposite manifestation? And this is because of the principle of rhythm, or the pendulum swing. I'm going to say it again. Everything flows out and in. Everything flows out and in from you to the outside. Everything has tides. Think about the ocean. All things rise and fall. The pendulum swing and manifest in everything. This is the most important sentence. The pendulum swings back and forth and manifests the movement of this rhythm back and forth through one extreme to the other in everything. Look at history, back and forth to one extreme to the other. It manifests in everything. It manifests within us. And that's why in Taoism, if I'm correct, for example, we have the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, the tides, the opposites that are part of the same coin, the dragon and the tiger. So think about again, just, the universe at large that seeks balance when in everything. So we see this even in the movement of the universe, a black hole and a supernova, the infinity of the universe at the same time, the macrocosm and the microcosm at the same time. So I'm trying to be as simple as possible. So how the law of rhythm plays out in your manifestation in simple terms is super easy. When you give too much importance on your manifestation, which doesn't mean that it's not important, but when you're saying this, it's only when I'm going to have my SP, it's only when I'm going to have the money that I'm going to be happy, I'm going to feel fulfilled, and I'm going to believe in the law. It's only when I get my manifestation that I'm going to calm down. That's when I'm going to be happy, essentially. That's when you have excess importance. That's when the pendulum is swinging you on the opposite side and you're putting your manifestation, in other terms, on a pedestal. Now, the people who will tell me in the comment section, but I'm robotic affirming, and for me, I was obsessed with my SP. I give it so much importance and I got it anyway. I believe you. 100%. However, when robotic affirming works for you, it's because by the repetition of the same affirmation, somehow, some way, in your subconscious mind, you are more balanced. You are releasing the importance because you keep repeating that you have it. If you keep repeating that you have it, then you have it. It's not that important. You're not saying, when I get it and only when I'm going to get it, I'm going to be happy. You're literally, through the robotic affirmation, you are saying, isn't it wonderful? I've got it. Isn't it wonderful? I'm so happy. And you don't have to feel it. Just the fact that you're thinking about it over and over and over again. And because you're doing it robotically, so mindlessly, you're not putting that importance. You understand why robotic affirming works. It works because you're mindlessly repeating, and because when you're mindlessly repeating, you're not putting that much effort really, and you're not putting that much importance, you actually get it. That is why I use robotic affirmation. You understand? And anybody that has done robotic affirmation successfully will tell you, actually, that is true. I kept repeating that I had it. I was mindlessly saying it. And because I was mindlessly saying it, I wasn't really putting that much importance. I mean, it was important for me that I would have it, but I kept repeating that I had it. So it wasn't really that important. That's why robotic affirmation works. But what the majority of you guys do, you affirm here and there, and then you start getting so obsessed and spiral, and this thing becomes the most important thing in the world, or even just proving the law sometimes becomes the most important thing in the world, and you end up getting opposite manifestation. That is why, because you have traveled with the rhythm, with the balancing, with the pendulum up to such an extreme. And this thing has become the most important thing in the world, that the balancing forces of the universe, which you cannot control, because it's like the law, they work whether you want it or not. The balancing forces of the universe, to keep the balance within yourself and in the universe, they have to swing you on the opposite side of the pendulum. And the only way to do it is to give you an opposite manifestation. You understand? It's so simple. Now, what should you do? Easy, you guys. Easy. So you see an opposite manifestation. That is your guidance that tells you, oh shoot, maybe I give too much importance to this thing. And you go back affirming in a more balanced state. I got it. I got it. And you keep cultivating the feeling of certainty that you have it. So therefore, you keep persisting. This is why coaches, they make it so simple, even the talented ones, because they say, why would I even explain this thing to people? It's like, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to tell them that they just have to persist, and that's the only thing that matters. I totally get that, and I'm not saying that that is wrong, but if people would understand a little bit better how the law and the universe works, spiritually speaking and energetically speaking, when those opposite circumstances will happen, they will already have the answer rather than doubt and asking why. And so persisting, in my opinion, through wisdom, because you know what is going on, it's easier. So you recognize let's say that you have put too much importance, which could happen. It happens even to me. It could happen. It's not a drama. It's fine. It's just the way the universe works. So you see it. Oh shoot, I got the opposite manifestation. Maybe I should control my level of importance. Let me detach, take a step back for a second, a deep breath, keep affirming, I've got it. There is no reason for me to doubt. There is no reason for me to waver. There is no reason for me to freak out about this opposite manifestation. Actually, this opposite manifestation is at my advantage, because maybe this is the way I'm going to get my thing. Or maybe it's because when I see it, I know how to control my level of importance. Whatever might be the case, I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. And you keep persisting. So you should focus on your desire without obsession. Obsession doesn't mean that, like I said, I understand that your SP is important. I understand that having money is important, but that doesn't mean that it's so important to the point where you doubt and waver and wonder and see the 3D and drive yourself crazy. That is what I address when I say you shouldn't have that obsession. You should be as calm as possible, and if you cannot, become robotic affirm, because robotic affirmation puts you automatically in a state where that desire is already yours and it's not that important. If you cannot robotic, so mindlessly affirming, calm your horses down. Practice detachment and cultivate the attitude of being grateful in the present moment, because isn't it wonderful that I already have my SP? Isn't it wonderful that I have the money? Isn't it wonderful that I get always what I want? And you practice this sense of gratitude for the things that you want, because in actuality, they are already there. If you practice this this affirming of certainty that you already have what you want, that you're grateful because you already have what you want, and you keep repeating that you have what you want, you have what you want, you have what you want. It's not that important because you have it. It's not that important because you have it. The more you do this, the more you will be more in the present moment. You will enjoy your day a lot more. Affirmations will be easier, just mindlessly saying it, and you will go on about your day with more balance and relaxation. If you understand the natural rhythm of this universe and the fact that this universe by nature and by construct goes ups and down, and you don't get carried away by the movement of the pendulums who want to keep you stuck up and down and make you go back and forth, but you will stay calm in the middle of the chaos because you know that you got it. And so there is no reason to agitate or fight anything outside of yourself. Well, welcome, Master Manifestor. You have cracked the code of the simulation. If people would only understand and have this shifting mindset when it comes down to the law and understand that the law of balance is real, the balancing forces are real, and would just be aware of that. So when the chaos turns, when the tornado hits you, when the pandemic hits you, when anything is going on chaotically around you, you're saying, I got it. I got this. I know the rules of the game. Everything is a point of advantage. I'm safe. Isn't it wonderful? If you stay in the middle where everything else is spinning around, you got your magic carpet right there. You got it. You just got it. And that is when the law of assumption you can harness the power of the awareness of the law of assumption. Because in that moment of balance and in that moment of strength, that indeed whatever you assume becomes truth. Because you are not anymore a victim of the pendulums swinging you back and forth. And all it takes is knowing this principle, so being aware of it and recognize it when it's happening in your life. When you recognize it, you don't waver, you don't doubt, but you are aware. So you stay calm within the chaos and then you ride your way out. It's that simple. I'm sorry guys, this video is already being 20 minutes, but I hope this principle now is clear. You understand why you can't really fight this principle. This is just the way the universe operates, but by being aware of it, you can manifest faster and you can, rather than going through all these challenges, like I said before, and ups and downs and asking, why am I doing wrong? Why am I doing wrong? Having this answer makes you understand how things work. And so you're not doing anything wrong. And the only thing you have to do is readjust as you go your state of mind, your state of consciousness. If you're able to surf your way through this up and down, through these pendulums, through this chaos, you're surfing your way out. Literally, you guys, you're cracking the code of the matrix. And it only takes wisdom, so knowing these principles, and so knowledge and awareness. Awareness of your mind, awareness of your state. All right, you guys, I hope this video is clear and was helpful to you all. Comment down below and let me know. Check Aura as well. Like I said, it's my favorite app that does help me out keeping myself in balance because of their meditation and hypnosis. The affiliate link is down below for a free trial and a 40% discount. And all my services and my extra videos on Patreon are down below. I love you guys. See you so soon. Bye.